game number 3 against Flavian Coton, who really was just incredible in this match. But Xiangpeng top 10 for a reason, 3-1. Wang Manyu with their most convincing win over Hina Hayata. But now it'll be Shato versus Calderano and Takahashi.
首先有请来自巴西 from Brazil, Hugo Calderano and Bruna Takahashi. Now 有请来自中国 from China, Wang
And here they come, the royal pair out here, the mixed doubles that changed the world of table tennis. Wang Chuqin and Sun Yingxia, individually world number 1s. Currently, quite a different story. It's participation based. This is the mixed doubles semifinals as Xiao Zhan is out there to coach these two. And Paco on the other side from Cuba, who's been living in Brazil for quite some time, got into the coaching game, some 20 years ago. He's been an outstandingly clever fighting, coach for his players. A look here at the rankings. Okay, not much between them in terms of their doubles rankings. 29 years old, Hugo Calderano. 25, Bruna Takahashi, the same as Wang Chuqin. And soon to be 25, Sun Yingxia come November. I hope the streets of China are filled with people watching drone shows or something bigger and better. Building sides with light shows on them, tough to know. Hailat Duang Viliachai, our umpire for the match from Thailand. If you've never been, I highly recommend it. Lovely people, delicious food. Although being here in China, man, I've witnessed some incredible acts of generosity and all sorts of excitement. The high fives before the coin toss over near VP and Meta, our assistant umpire. And now time with Pilot for the coin toss.
Grab blue or red? Blue from Takahashi and Calderano. Red for Wang and Sun. Red, green shot. Should receive. This side. Full service.
Like Bruna raised her hand for service, then the question would be who receives. I'm guessing it'll be Sha based on the order of the warm-up here, the order of play. I'm Adam Bobrow and thrilled to close out the night with you for this headlining match. We've got a strong pair here that are in the best form of their lives. Hugo Calderano has had some good years. 2018 was one of them. And 2023, 2024, but 2025 the best yet for Bruna Takahashi. I feel the same way, getting through Xue Fei, Chen Tianyi, Alvaro Robles, and Maria Xiao. And here they are against the most dominant pair of players in mixed doubles since 2021 Houston World Champs. A bye in the round of 24. Got through Yashasvini Gorpare and Adi Sarin of India and Australia, dropping the first. Chen Yuanyu and Kwai Man without dropping one. That is some strong form to be in. And the way they talk, the way they communicate, just inspires so many people. Know what inspires the players? $2.05 million in prize money. Oh yeah, and 2,000 points to the champions of this event. Not to mention the best equipment in the world. It's good to know that you can expect some long rallies, honest bounces. Xiao Zhan there, thinking about the journey that he's been through in his life. He's been all over the world, from Qatar to, man, just about everywhere. Speaks fluent English. Used to be the coach, personal coach for Zhang Jike, player who's world champion and then some. An Olympian in Paco, Francisco from Cuba there on the Brazilian bench. Fan vote 85% behind the royal pair. On the left there, the remaining 15% behind the Brazilians. Again, if you're awake and watching this in Brazil live right now, well, cast your votes whenever you can at worldtabletennis.com. No matter where you are in the world, you can do that WTT app, just the same privilege. So it'll be a best of 5 this battle. First pair to win 3 games to 11 must win by 2. Oh, so Bruna to start it off. As players stretch it out, Ugo cleans the table, dries the hand. Wang Chuqin the same.
First game, Takahashi to serve, love all.
So it's Sha on the receive. Ugo calling for the serve. He wants to get the 3rd ball he hopes for. Soft flick, and Wang Chuqin turns it up a notch as he gets low for that next shot. Not a bad backhand from Ugo, but recovered on the other side, sending it back for a 5th ball from Bruna.
A lot
of interesting questions in mixed doubles. This is the only time that men and women play directly against each other.
1-3.
So each game, one player will be playing, male to female. This game, it's Wang Chuqin hitting to Bruna. Beautiful chop block from Takahashi. This was deep to the backhand, and she played this one low and spinny. Can't ask for a better chop block. And Ugo's there with the backhand to clean up. This time, slightly different placement as Wang Chuqin makes her pivot and hits it right into the middle. So with the first towel break, it's the number 6 seeds. 2 points in front of the number 7 seeds. Sha was able to create just enough space as Coco watches on Cho Yiko. Watch Sha right here. Look at that. Reaction time just enough to make room for the racket head of Wang Chuqin.
2-6.
There's plenty of praise to go around. There's no one on court right now who's not in incredible condition right now.
3-6.
Ugo doing a wonderful job of stretching it even wider, forcing Sha to move that much more to make space. Lots of thought going into that, calling for serve.
Left, 3-6.
Man, when you've only got half of the table to serve to, it's so impressive that she's so good on the high toss serve. She can control it with such precision.
7-3.
Fast footwork on the other side as the threat of Wang Chuqin is very present and dangerous. 2 athletes that take wonderful care of their physique to be out here and strong.
And 3.
Plus 2 other athletes. In China, there's something called glamour muscles. They don't believe in that.
3-9.
I don't think anybody out here does. It's all for function. It's all to be the best athletes they can be. But functionality, the strength and training coaches over the years for Team China have produced incredibly resilient players that are just so strong.
3-10.
But you don't need me to tell you that. The scoreboard, 7 game points now for the 3-time consecutive world champs.
3-10.
So a good start here as Sun Ying-sha and Wang Chuqin. Towels, chivalry there, straight out of the towel box. As always, the way they work together, enough to inspire an entire nation and then some. It's a 1-0 lead with quite a dominant showing in the first game. the 7 seeds have their work cut out. They'll switch order of play and come back to battle in game number 2. A lot of spins, still not as much as Sabina Winter. Wang Chuqin holding the previous record, to my knowledge,
Second
anyway.
game, shoot to serve, lap all.
So game number 2, Sha serving this time around to Bruna Takahashi. Clever idea here as Ugo drops it just behind the net. Little touch play to shut down the big attack. Not a lot of time to prepare with Wang Chuqin on the other side. The Chateau chants in the crowd. Jayo Chateau.
Let love through.
In case you're curious where that nickname comes from, Sha, nickname for Sunying Sha, Dato for Wang Chuqin. Behind the back attempted. I tend not to use that nickname anymore, but Sha did something the other day in an interview that I thought was very charming and very cool to stand up for Wang Chuqin.
3-1.
Just reminding the world that he's playing some incredible table tennis. She threw a lot of credit his way, intentionally. 2 very mindful world number 1s. Nice change of pace here from Ugo. Spinning a little bit more shallowly on the table to force Sha up to the tippy toes. The tippy Sha toes, if you will. Familiar score line here. When I talked to Paco recently after the Champions Macau, he talked about his love for the fight. Many coaches, when they hit their peak and physically, let's say, might not be able to make their living fighting on the table, they can be in the control center being part of the fight. What a shot here.
2-5.
This is crazy how low he gets. As calculated as can be. I know he's been dinged a few times on serves. He'll make subtle adjustments just to make sure he's a few decimal points away.
Calderano, make sure the service is inside the playing surface. 2-5.
Speaking of timing here, not allowed to cross the plane of the baseline there. Toss nor contact.
6-2.
So Pilot, our umpire, saying make sure the serve is not from inside or over the playing surface. Extra spin, Sha pulling that ball. Again, when you watch the players bounce the ball on the forehand side of their rackets on the Chinese national team, there's hardly any bounce. It's so heavy. Suffocating speed. They're just not letting the Brazilians get into the points. It's self-defense on the other side from 2 players who are quite fiery and aggressive. Good serve, Bruna Takahashi, a bit of extra underspin with the side on that high toss pendulum. Bruna calling the shot now. I'm just trying to think to
9-3.
myself, again, it's always more interesting for me to think from the underdog's point of view. The puzzle that needs to be solved. Right now, Xia and Wang Chuqin have it solved. If they continue this way, no problem. Look at that, 5/6 of their serves. Wow. It's a pretty significant difference there, almost 3 times. The success on serve.
3.
What's it going to take for the Brazilians to shut down the attacks? Change of pace to short game, extend the rally for the opening attack. Tries for something different, a jabbing push, a dart to the baseline, but it catches the net. And Wang Chuqin and Sunying Xia have made quick business so far of this match. 3 points is all that they've allowed from 2 of the best players in the world. Calderano, the thrill from Brazil, and Bruna Takahashi have a big Rubik's Cube on the other side, and it is scrambled right now. 2-0, Chateau leads. Game 3 to follow. Now over on table number 2, the most unlikely of situations, Wang Yidi had only won 2 games out of 3 matches against Honoka Hashimoto, and she bageled her. The most dominant player against Team China in the modern era, in the WTT era, is Honoka Hashimoto. This has been an amazing event for Wang Yidi, so she's going to meet Sunying Xia in the next round. And quite frankly, while Honoka Hashimoto has an incredible record against Team China, I would favor Wang Yidi's chances against Xia compared to Honoka's.
Takahashi to serve. Love all.
Hashimoto's always incredible to watch, but Wang Yidi got through Srija Kula, got her revenge, and now Honoka as well. I love it, slow and spinny. 3 shots in a row back to this match here. Every single shot in this rally was slower and spinnier, and Bruna says, nah, that ball's taking a beating. Paco, I love it. I feel so validated. Slow the game down a little bit. It doesn't mean you can't attack. It means slow down the attacks of the opponents. They're backing up and they're ready to counter. You can see how far they have to come in. This one sits up just enough, and Wang Chuqin able to steal the attack from just inside the baseline. They'll stick with this pattern, though, the touch play, until Xia and Wang Chuqin are able to show that it's no longer working. Nice, slow spin on the parallel. Touch shot. The man, the competitor, the guy who is able to step aside and have a different point of view. Still a horse in the race from the bench. Oh, the timing on this one. There was an open door on that wide forehand corner. And Bruna bounces right on through. Deep drive, short stroke. Nice combo. Side of fries. Stadium is filled with them.
2-4.
So first time in some time, this is the only game where Bruna and Ugo have crossed 3 points. And at the first towel break, from being up 4-1, they're still up by 2. Again, complete tactical shift. Idea was right, but some clear frustration here from Bruna. By the way, the Youth Smash is going to be starting soon. It's been incredible to see about 50 young Chinese youth national team players. Oh, wow. A fadeaway forehand here. And Ugo puts the pressure on, but yet Wang Chuqin has the answer on the other side. 72 kilometers per hour from back there. Dangerous, not afraid.
5-4.
This was very unusual body language from Sunying Xia. You don't see her taking shots like this too often. That said, you wouldn't be surprised if she made it. It's tough to imagine a shot that she's not capable of. There we go. Fast slide across to that backhand. Why? Because the backhand has more wrist flexibility inside the table. You see the same from Wang Chuqin. A little bit more common in the men's game. That extra spin on the opening. What a guided flick.
5-6.
Hit that ball straight from behind. Very little rotation. That was all about the placement. On the tail here. It's a must-win game for the Brazilian pair. Clobber.
6-0.
Like white on rice. He just completely smothered that ball. Get ready. The pivot touches ground. I still want to see a breakdance video. No rotation on that. Came in, you could read the WTT logo on this special edition ball. They're all stamped at every event. And it's tied up here at 6 apiece. Ay-ya! That's Chinese for oh no. Rough time here, but wasn't deuce in the decider. Clever play.
7-0.
Bruna's able to start over the point, sort of reset it in some sense and slow it down. Soft touch, drops it behind the net, and Ugo, wow man, a dance move as he just sort of pulls that ball, softly spinning it behind the net. The idea is right.
7.
Different pressure on both of these players in this pattern of play, and now for the first time in this game, Xia and Wang Chuqin are in front. And a taste of his own medicine.
7-9.
Ugo gets a flick where Xia's up in the air and is able to brush that so delicately that the spin was greater than the speed. The ball never really came, the timing. Just really breaking the rhythm on the other side. 2 big serves to come.
7-10.
And that push, the touch game, with Wang Chuqin waiting. It is 3 match points for Shanto. He cannot be escaped. Wang Chuqin, lion heart and a lion out of cage. You've stepped into his cage, and Xia, her majesty, the pair that embodies bravery and inspires hope like Hope himself. These two, Baby Buddha and Lionheart, have just continued to do what they do best and lead the team, carry the flag, and inspire the world of table tennis. 3-3-7, 13 points total against a pair seated only 1 spot behind them in the food chain. A strong showing. Again, if this is a reuniting concert between 2 of your favorite artists in the game, it's good to see them back in action. And it seems like there is no rust on the strings of the instruments that they play in this pairing. Communication is key. The way they treat each other and the way they treat the ball on the table, the mixed doubles, Chateau moves on through. And guess what? They're going to be playing the final. That's happening tomorrow. Can't wait to see that. We'll tell you more about who they play in just a bit in case you were curious. Wow. The 6th seeds, and here it is. Man, guess what? It's Chunyi and Huang Yo-jung. So, the 3rd string, this is the 2nd behind the next generation